Hello, everyone. I do have my headphones in here. Last time I did a live for our weekly reading, it was a little bit muffly. So I'm not used to these. I don't know if it's because my hair's in the way. I don't know. So let me know, okay, guys, as you're hopping on here. So today we're going to do new moon readings. And for people that don't know who I am, my name is Robin. I own Horseman Readings. I used to be called Robin's Healing. So I've transitioned into that. So again, if you're hopping on, could you let me know? Can you hear me okay? I kind of feel like there's a microphone in here, so I kind of feel like it is a little muffly. So let me know if you can hear me clearly, and maybe I can adjust that. I am currently offering a program right now called Heal Money Blocks. I have 2 master classes that we just completed. I'm not doing any more master classes, but if you are underneath my membership group, then you can check those out underneath meditations. I'm doing an early bird special May 23rd. That is complete. We start up on the 30th. So if you join before then, even if it's with a payment plan, there's no interest to do a payment plan. You get a free 50-minute session with me, which will be great to get you started or help you in between our sessions as well. You're going to get 2 weekly readings starting off the first half of the program. We are going to be doing group weekly readings, but I'm going to go in to your weekly reading and then send that to your email, just as a nice little bonus for the people that support me in the membership group. Okay. Tons of stuff in there as well. If you're a member as a beginner level, then this new moon, we're going to be doing this as like a general reading. I went into the Akashic Records already before we came on here to see what we can expect for the new moon. Based on the people that will be watching. So I set that intention. So if you're a beginner level in the membership group, then you get access, or pro, you get access to the new moon ritual, including theta healing downloads, based on what you guys have emailed me that you'd like to manifest or clear around the new moon. Otherwise, I go into the energy, just like I'm doing right now, of the entire group. So regardless, we're going to get the energy that we need. But again, if you have specifics, you can always email me that. And if you're VIP, you get these new moon rituals that you can watch at any time continuously. However, if you're not VIP, then you have access to those for 48 hours. All right. And then they disappear off of our meditations channel. Just want to let people know that that's going to be on the 19th. And so that's when our new moon is. So I'm going to make a point to always have it either up by the 19th or on the 19th. Okay. But I won't do it after the new moon. I'm also offering new moon readings for anyone interested in getting your own personal new moon reading. Today, we're also going to make it available. So if you would like a new moon message or what we can expect for your new moon, catching me live is perfect. So make sure that you click subscribe as well as the bell button so you get notifications when I'm offering lives, because I often will come on here randomly. I did let people know on Facebook and a couple places, but that's about it. So that's really great if you click the bell button if you appreciate these lives and these free readings. So this new moon is in Taurus. Okay. And so Jupiter just entered Taurus for the first time in 12 years today. So if you're a Taurus, you're going to be feeling this extra strong, especially with all this Taurus stuff happening. However, you don't have to be a Taurus to identify with what these changes that we're experiencing. And because we're finally getting out of Mercury retrograde and we're not in an eclipse with this new moon, we're finally, George, enough, please. We're finally at a point where you are going to feel, although there might still be some conflict, things like that, this is a beautiful new energy. So a lot of people are saying to connect with nature more. This is a really important time if you garden to get out and do your gardening. To, of course, I say get your crystals and your plants and things like that and bring them closer to you if you have to work inside. We're just going to ignore my dog. That's something I'm working on, is I'm not constantly tending to him when I come on and do a live. However, we might have to. So nature with Taurus, where they are an earth sign, we're going to be feeling that feminine energy, which is very much the emotional, the passion, the intuition in terms of earth. So if you're passionate about meditations, which I am now becoming passionate about, I wasn't before, then you might be finding like you're motivated to do meditations around this new moon. You actually want to do the things that make you feel better. It might be that you want to go for that hike that you haven't been motivated to go to do. So be mindful of that, that there's this beautiful shift. And so if you're feeling like you're a little bit sluggish or some old anxiety is coming back, this is simply because these are still energetics that you're not quite um, feeling confident with yet or comfortable with. But what I am encouraging you to do is to release and clear the things that are coming up for you that are blocking you from feeling confident and comfortable. Okay? So Taurus or Taurians, they're really focused on the senses. And so as I was already sharing, yes, we need to connect to nature, work with the crystals, do the meditations, but there's also this food component as well, diet, drinks, um, purchasing things, shopping, that sort of thing. This is a very abundant energy. So it is a great time. My recommendation would be to spoil yourself a bit more. In our masterclass last night, we did a weekly reading, and one of the things that came up specifically we did one for each day from Tuesday to Friday, and today it was to do 45 minutes of pleasure and joy so that you can start feeling like you're open to receiving all of the abundance. So that might be coming up for you as well, taking more pleasure in things. There is this energy of slowing down. So you might find that you want to open up a book that you've been wanting to read for a long time, something like that. You might find where this is a moon of manifestation and dreams coming true and goals, you might find you do get the motivation and the creativity to self-express in ways that you haven't felt, again, confident or comfortable to do, which is great. I know for myself, I've done 2 TikTok videos. I was really, really busy in my last one. So I'm now wanting to show my face and show up for those things. I'm wanting to get in and start doing more lives and teaching more programs because there's this calling to do the things that truly make you happy. And so it might be that you're putting the puzzle pieces together at this time as well, where you might feel like things were falling apart before and now they're starting to come together. Let me know if you guys relate to this. Again, the new moon's not until the 19th, but if you're sensitive, you're probably already starting to feel these new energetics. It's like the dark cloud is finally leaving us. But one thing I'm noticing in some of my calls with people is they're still having a hard time, again, just letting go of the old. So I do have a grief ceremony underneath my playlist, rituals and practices. That might be helpful. There are theta healing downloads in there. If you don't know what theta healing is, you can check out my blog on theta healing through horsemanreadings.com. And I would say that because we're growing spiritually and emotionally, there are really big shifts happening. So if you get headaches and tension headaches specifically, I would say that just relate this more to you like upgrading and you going through something rather than automatically feeling like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. Okay, so there's that intuitive side that's coming through right now, and it's really, really beautiful. So again, let me know what sign you are as well. That can be helpful too. I'm an Aries naturally. So I have that fire in me. And so as I was talking about, this is great for someone in a new moon who's like, yeah, let's get down to business with our passions. Whereas if you are a Pisces or something like that, you might find, yeah, it's time to really connect to my dreams right now. What is it that I really want to be doing? Hi, Tina. So if you want a new moon message, just let me know. I would love to help you out. Again, the new moon readings for everyone are $21 and they're 15 minutes. And that's an unlisted YouTube video that I send to your email. So you can buy that through my store, just like you would be purchasing a product or something. You just click on it, you buy it that way, or you can e-transfer me, and you get that within 12 hours, just so it gives me a little bit of time if I'm really busy. And yeah, just it's really important, I feel like, to know where we're going. And when we start manifesting with these new moons, it makes it so much easier to focus on gratitude on our blessings. So, as I was already sharing, focusing on joy and receiving is also great because then you're already in the mode of like good stuff, right? So, if you're depriving yourself of anything right now, just be mindful of that. I'm Aries on the cusp of Pisces. Okay, interesting that we were just talking about those two signs. So, Tina, if you want a message, just let me know. But in general, as I already set the intention for this to be specific to anyone that's hopping on at any time, we have Page of Wands ideas. Okay. So we were just talking about creativity and sparking that fire and sparking that motivation. Just because I feel like it's time for everybody. When we see a page, pages are very youthful. They're very young. They're just in this learning stage. But just because they're young doesn't mean that they don't know a lot already. And so I would say, in order to motivate yourself, show yourself all the good things that you've already attracted abundance wise. Show yourself all the new moon rituals you've already have done that you accomplished, right? So I've manifested my car that I have. I love my car. I've got a beautiful Subaru that keeps me safe. And I feel like what's coming up here is just if you feel like you don't have or you're in any type of lack mindset right now, this card encourages you to focus on your little ideas that you have. So for myself, I really want to manifest a hot tub. So that might be like a big thing for you, but it's actually a very small thing for me compared to the other stuff that I'm manifesting. So we're being encouraged to start with those little projects, right? Like so if the hot tub is something that's important to me, then just start with that one little thing, and then really visualize and focus into that. So then you can also look at another little thing. For me, I want to manifest my garden in my new space. So I can start looking at like what type of flowers do I want? Even if maybe we don't have the money to buy all of those things, it doesn't mean that we can't start dreaming into that. So it might be going out shopping at the garden center. It might be going out shopping at the hot tub center, researching, right? Just maybe you have a friend that has a garden, go do a garden tour through their garden. Or maybe you have a friend that has a hot tub, or there's a place that you like to go that has a hot tub, so you can start feeling into that. So it's not just visualizing, it's actually go do it. Do it. Get that into your life. Be around other people who like the same things as you, and that will be helpful. Sometimes it shows up without money. Yeah, absolutely. So last night that was a big thing that we were talking about, is getting into that mindset of, instead of feeling like there's so much work and creating more work for ourselves, it's visualizing somebody gifting that to us receiving that, what that feels like to have. And again, minimalizing and simplifying things, as I was just suggesting, is also very helpful. So Julie, I feel like you would let me know if you can hear me okay, because these are the same headphones as I used for my last live. So Julie's saying she's a Pisces, so we've got two Pisces in here. So what comes up with you guys for the new moon specifically is fatigue, a little bit of fatigue. I can hear you. Okay, great. So I can ask how we can improve that fatigue for all the Pisces. So if any other Pisces are watching, then this will also be helpful for them. So how can Pisces work through this new moon with being fatigued or tired? Well, drowning in sorrow is coming up right away. LO fatigue. Yeah. So when we are sad, or we're sulking, or we're sitting in our own negativity, focus on your blessings. Do all the gratitude exercises that you can. It's interesting, underneath my shop where I created the new moon reading for people, I chose to use the picture gratitude. So that's really important to get your energy up. As I was already sharing, like the new moon rituals that you've already have done. If you're VIP in my membership group, go back, keep listening to the new moon rituals that we've done. See your progress, right? Because I always, not always, but I do my best to go through my new moon rituals, because we actually save our new moon rituals, unlike a full moon. And I like to go back and I'm like, oh, cool, that's neat that I've started to create a bit of a theme here. I continue to work on the same thing month to month, whether I realize it or not. Or, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't feel like I need that anymore. Or, wow, I actually got that. And I also have gotten my husband on board, and we do the new moon ritual together, which is even better because now we're both starting to get in sync with our common goals. So we have separate goals, but we have common goals. And then we're also getting to celebrate together. Oh, this is so cool. Now it's happening. So we have to be celebratory. So if you're a Pisces energy, Piscean, that means it's time to really focus on that good stuff that's already existing in your life and the things you've already worked really hard on accomplishing. Do you have a house? Probably, you probably have a house, right? You have some type of living space. Well, that didn't just show up on your lap, did it? No. No, you absolutely drew the home that you have into your life right now. I prayed for my house that I have. It's now, and I manifested selling this house. So they're like focus in on those on the heart chakra as well. Okay, Pisces. Dreamt about mine. Amazing. Yeah. So if you aren't in my membership group, even if you come in as a beginner level, watch the dream workshop. Um, I think you'll find it helpful because then you can start to understand, even if you can remember one thing about your dream, just one little thing, that's going to give you tons of information as to where you are and how you can move forward as well. Okay. And also what's bothering you. Sometimes we don't take enough time for ourselves to find out what's bothering us. But when we have a dream, that's when spirit's kind of like, okay, you're relaxed now. I'm going to start showing you this stuff. Visions of ways that you can start bringing in the new or things that are going to be coming in to give you a little bit of optimism as well, right? So does anybody else have a sign? Let's do one for Aries as well. Feeling a lot of heaviness in the back of my heart, actually, in my back. I feel like there might be some people worrying right now as well. Let me know if you're worrying. Because worrying is the worst thing that we can do around this time because it's a lower vibration. And that's why I was kind of putting out some of these suggestions, ways to start shifting your mindset. Okay. So worry, worry, worry. That's just your thinking, right? That's all it is. You could be a worrier, but you can change that as well. So get specific on what are you worrying about, and then go and manifest the complete opposite thing. So right now I've been a little bit worried about my husband's family. There's some stuff going on with that family. And instead of worrying about it, which has been a really big new practice for my husband and I'm like, okay, well, let's just focus on, instead of what we don't want, putting energy out exactly towards what it is that we do want. Tell the universe that, ask for that to happen. So you've got to put in your requests in order for those things to happen. And then what I find is it just happens so much more quickly when we have that extra person on board, and also that we're getting our mindset in the right place. Okay. So what are you worrying about? Flip it over to the opposite. So if I'm worrying about his family specifically, what I want to do is I'll be like, okay, send love to the horsemen, would you? I would like to send peace to the horsemen for relationship healing. And actually I've been doing a lot of that. So, but again, we might not realize our thought process at this time. It's so important to be positive because you're going to be manifesting like crazy, and it can go in the other direction for you too. That's why I talk about this. I am interested in Taurus, both my kids. Okay. So 13, the crow. Aries, what comes up for you guys here is I'm hearing magnifying your energy. Magnifying. So with money, what we want to do is we want to become a magnet, right? We want to attract more money, but we've got to amplify it even bigger and even stronger. So if you're happy right now, that's great. Keep going. Don't just so today I said from between 2 and 2:45, I wanted to focus only on joy and pleasure. And what I realized is I just started to get in a much better mood when I'm doing all my projects and my work. And then I said, I think I'm going to just continue that for the rest of the day instead of just for 45 minutes. So again, set intentions, Aries. That's really important for you guys, okay? Because if you're not setting that intention, again, and everything just might feel like just here, whereas it could be way up here a lot faster, okay? So that's what the crow is teaching us. You don't have to be an Aries in order to get messages from this, but it's just nice to know. So Tauruses, if you're a Taurus, and we're in Taurus energy, a big thing for you guys would be because food is so important for a Taurus, and because we're in that energy right now, they have the Hanged Man, Angel of Prophecy. It's feeding yourselves with good vibes, good nutrition, good energy, good people, that sort of thing. So this card is really talking about the need to let go of. I'm hearing the elephant in the room. Like, if there are things that you need to say or things that you need to do, you're better off just talking about it, getting it off your chest instead of just letting everything kind of like linger. So it's about being bold, being brave, things like that, and taking good care of yourself. So there's a combination of things. So focus on your health, and your emotional health is really important, because if we're keeping things in and we're holding ourselves back, it's going to block us from manifesting our dreams and our goals. So my encouragement would be, if, like I said in our master class last night, um, reflection is really, really important right now, because there's been so much going on, and it's good to sort through what it is that we truly desire. Again, otherwise we could just be like, oh, I don't know, I want to manifest a car. But maybe a car wouldn't actually really suit you right now. So nobody's forcing you to manifest anything. It's really important to just, as I said, identify with maybe where you're blocked, and then shift it over to the opposite. So if you have a blocked heart chakra, what you really want is more healing in the love department. You want more to attract more love into your life. And that's a simple affirmation. I am love. I'm attracting love. Okay? Usually I don't do readings for anybody else, except for the person that is here, that's present, because it's important to focus on the energy of the people who are actually watching. You're welcome. However, I know that there'll be other people that are Tauruses watching, and I think that it's also important to diet and exercise if you're a Taurus, because they do have that tendency to I'm not going to say overindulge, but because they like the finer things in life and the more expensive things, stuff like that, that can lead to a richer diet. And you could become more malnourished if you're not eating those higher quality things. Okay. So I don't see anybody else asking. I just want to see what else we need to know here. So strange, nobody's asking for a new moon reading or a new moon message. So I guess people are into that today. Okay, Krista. So you have Page of Pentacles. All right. So pages, we're already talking about a youthful energy, but I'm getting a lot of deep sadness here. Okay. And the reason why I'm feeling deep sadness is because sometimes we feel like we're not going to make it. We're not capable of getting where it is that we want to get to. And so sometimes we just need a little bit of a push in the right direction. So like, ask yourself, Krista, what would you need in order to get to exactly where you want to go? Because you have to identify with that, right? So for me, if I think about the hot tub in the garden, what I actually need, well, I need soil, right? I actually need soil. I need to come up with where the garden's going to be, right? I need somebody to help me make that garden and help me make that decision. So I might need to get my partner on board. I might need to get him to ask somebody if they're available to help me with that as well. Maybe I've got to get a cost attached to that. Is it going to be $1,500? I've got to get a timeline going, right? So we've got to get a little practical too. But in the grand scheme of things, how immediately do I need this, right? Probably not right now. However, what I can do is go out into the garden that I currently have, and I can start digging into the dirt there and starting to get some inspiration. Because the things that I'm manifesting, I actually already have in my life now, as we were already discussing. So why do I need to bring in this new goal when actually what I'm looking for are the emotions or the feelings of that garden, really, that I have right here in my own yard, in the now, that is absolutely free. So see if you can kind of tweak some of that and focus on the emotions that you're really looking for with the garden. I'm looking for the fresh smells of the garden. Hey, I've been meaning to get out my essential oils. In fact, I think I've been smelling like sandalwood lately, and I've also been wanting to get back into selling my products, advertising my products. So you see, now it's like, oh, that will actually help me with abundance. That will help me with creativity. That will help me with my breathing. That'll help me with my chakras. Whoa. So I just found out what I actually need is to go downstairs and get my essential oils. And what I actually need is I think I just need to get my hands in that dirt. And I think that will help me move forward. Okay. So a lot of times it's just, we've got to tweak it. And that's where I come in. I can help you with that. Okay. Whenever I'm doing free master classes, guys, whether you want to come into the program or not, I highly recommend take advantage of the fact that it's a free program. We did so much work last night. I'm so proud of the people that came in. Um, and and again, just especially if you're paying $11.11 in that membership group, please make sure you actually take the time with this energy right now, where I just posted it, that one last night. Take the time to watch it, right? That's where I would suggest to go. And if you don't have $11.11, that's fine, but maybe you could manifest $11.11. Come in, watch those master classes, get into the energy of that abundance. Okay, we did a new moon, not a new moon. We did a money ritual in there in the first one. We do some healings that you can receive in there, not just theta healing, but some emotional ones, some practices. These are even going to be long-term tools for you. Okay. So yeah. So Krista, that triggered a lot of stuff here. And community lit question mark. Community lot. Are you asking if, or are you saying I could go to a community lot? It's really cool when there are places like that. I'm impatient. Thank you. I needed this message. You're welcome. Yes. I've been working with someone that focuses on healing. And so the first time I worked with this lady, we focused on my theme. I focused on forgiveness with this person. And now, the last time that I was working with her, my theme was impatience. And she said, you be careful with this impatience thing, because if you're going to start working on this, look out, the universe is going to test you. And what I was able to actually see is other people's impatience. It was like there was a mirror there of people rushing and not making me feel safe and comfortable. So I thought, I need to hold more space for other people. I need to slow down and listen to what those people are saying, right? Because I'm seeing other people doing it. So almost like what we can judge other people for, or we can identify with how other people are making us feel. Again, we can just clean that up for ourselves. Okay, slow down, right? Hold somebody's hand when you're walking with them. Don't walk in front of them. And it's hard when we're manifesting money, because we're like, bring it on. I need this. I need this. But needing something and desiring something are two different things. So we want to come from a place where I already have and desiring. I don't have it. I need this. Okay. Really important. Somebody, I think Krista needed to hear that. Darn, I thought it was tonight, Julie says. Julie, you were in it last night. It is recorded then on the website. So the first one you missed. So that's underneath meditations through my website, because you are a member. So you have access to that. And then you were there last night. But if you missed any of it, you can go back, you can rewatch it. I recommend watching things usually a few times. As I was sharing throughout the months as they go by, there's tons of stuff in there under VIP too. Same thing with the full moons. Community lot for garden. I would take a new moon reading. Okay, Julie. So everybody can just piggyback on what everybody's saying anyway. The sun, angel of happiness. Okay, Julie. I'm getting a lot of sensation in my neck here. Neck typically represents throat chakra, but also control. So asking yourself, oh my God, my life is bombarded with stuff. Sorry, Robin. Oh, no problem. That's okay. But Julie, you are coming into the 4-week program, and it's from 7 o'clock until 8 p.m. my time. Okay, that's Atlantic Standard Time. I'm in the Moncton area. And all of our calls are recorded. So, right after class, you're going to get an email with the recording. And also, if you know that you're going to miss a class, then you just email with me again things that you would like clearings on, what you'd like to work on, where you're at, and then I'll make sure that gets dealt with as well. Okay, so for anyone that's worried about missing things in this program, you will get so much out of it and you'll get that extra support. Okay. So, Julie, what you're getting here is this need to converse with others, this need to have more healing and like love connection and things like that, as you were talking about bringing up community. So, with this new moon, my recommendation would be for you to also focus on exercise and healing through exercise. In our VIP membership, we have 3 nights full of like yoga for beginners, but it's actually more mindfulness. So it's how to incorporate mindfulness, the physical body in there. Um, and I have a little bit more yoga stuff in there. It's not about the intensity of our exercise. It's actually more about healing through the physical body. Okay. So if you want a deeper in-depth thing that's not going to be still generalized for others, then book in your new moon reading. Okay. Um, if you have any messages regarding money, but anything is fine, Nature Healer says. Okay. So it sounds like you're manifesting money at this time, and you're asking how can you do that more with your new moon? So Nature Healer, 7 of Cups, choices. Again, whenever somebody asks a question, these are still not like in depth because we want it to be resonate with everybody else as well. Okay. So reflection is a big thing with the new moon, right? Sit in the energy and feel what it feels like to have money. That's what we did last night in our class. We literally spent the first like 15 minutes bringing in the energy of receiving all that money and what it felt like, that sort of thing. So you absolutely have to sit and feel into the energy, first of all, right? Otherwise, because it's not just like this, right? Cups is also talking about these emotions, so embodying the energy of love and spirituality as well. So again, last night, a recommendation for today, 45 minutes of joy, right? And when we get into that space, if I didn't do that before I came on here, I don't think I would be feeling as calm and relaxed as I am. So if you're like angry and upset that you don't have any money and you're expecting to bring in money, well, that vibration is not at all going to bring that in for you, right? No, no. So our vibration has to match up and align with the amount of money that we're looking to attract. So if you want to attract $5 today, which I was already recommending starting with really small goals, then ask the universe to help you manifest $5. And when you see how $5 comes in for you, say thank you, have gratitude. And then maybe tomorrow you want to say, okay, tomorrow I want to manifest $25. So that's like the day to day. And then the next day it'll be the new moon, right? And you might be like, okay, I'm going to manifest daily like love and energy coming to me. And if love and energy means abundance, then then say that, okay? That's important for you. Let me know if anybody relates to that. Attracted $50 today. Amazing. So yes, and then sharing our wins is really important, guys. So if you could even here, share something that you've manifested in your life. It doesn't just have to be with a new moon, right? As I was sharing, I've manifested my car. Now with my new moons, I really wanted this car, so I'm like, okay, I'm really going to focus on bringing this in. But I think it was like the first new moon, I was like, okay, bring me my car. What ended up happening was the car that I had actually something happened to it, and then it was either like then I had to I don't know if it was like $1,700 or something to like fix it. And it really made me question, like, oh no, I appreciate my car that I have. I'm going to repair this car. Like, I love my car that I already have. It gets me to where I need to get to. So, again, remember how we were talking about that going so far, I want this? When in our first master class for the Money Blocks program, we talked about contentment. That was coming up with everybody. And then last night, we talked about receiving, right? So, why do you want these goals? Is it for status? Because if you already have a car and you're looking for the upgrade, I finally got it, but I needed to have more life with that car. I didn't complete that relationship cycle with my car yet. Okay? Just like partnerships. If you have a partnership that you haven't completed a cycle with, you know they're not your person, but you don't feel like it's the end of that, trust that. Okay? So don't manifest a new man if you're not done with the one that you already have, right? Like maybe what you want to do is manifest more love into your relationships, right? Keep it simple and do your best around this new moon to pick one thing and keep it fairly simple and really focus on, again, before you pick what you want to manifest, where you have a couple days to do that. Yeah, feel into that. Your why. If you want more healing with your children, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to manifest. But also make sure that it's going to make you happy. It's not like manifesting for others. As I was saying, putting good energy out for someone else's family. It's also for my family too, right? Because we're family. Just something to consider. If we're too nice sometimes, we're still, the reason is to help other people, and it still has to benefit you with those win-win situations, right? Otherwise, then we're like, oh, that's great. So and so got their new car. I still don't have a new car, right? So, in an ideal situation, it's going to benefit everyone involved. And when we manifest, it will, for the right reasons and positive things for ourselves, the people that love us and care about us, it's going to help them, and then it's going to help other people around them. So it's like that positive, healthy cycle. And we hear so much about the negative cycles, but with this new moon, it's actually the opposite of like doing all the heavy shadow work. Shadow work will happen, but it's more about getting into the good vibes. New people with healthy mindsets and philosophies. I like that. I'm manifesting a new car too. I need it. Yeah. So nature healers, I need it. Right. So that's saying that like you're not content now. You're not happy now. So what would your purpose be for having the new car? Right. What are you dissatisfied with? If it's dissatisfied with the fact that it makes weird noises, that it smokes, that it costs me a lot of money. What is it? So it might be that you find that you're always repairing the car. So what you want to focus on is I would like to bring in a car that is safe. I'm manifesting a car that is good for my health. So maybe you're not breathing in smoke, whatever it is. And then you're identifying with what you desire, right? And then you can also do positive affirmations, affirming it as if you have it. So I am content with my transportation now. I am happy with my health now. Okay. And so by being happy with those things, we're going to bring in the good stuff. Okay. Too many repairs. I can't afford it. Yeah. So the word I can't says you've already failed and you haven't even gotten there yet, right? So again, what would your I am statement be? I am abundant. I am healing the energy of money. So make sure that if you didn't catch that first masterclass, you watch the first one before the second one, and also do the money ritual involved in that. Because if you didn't do that, nature healers, you should. True, I should change my words. Yes, and then the shoulding on yourself, right? I should start doing this, or yeah, like I am mindful of my thoughts. I am mindful of my thoughts. Right? Something like that. How did I get so lucky, Julie says. Yeah, so Knight of Cups, spirituality. This is talking about going a little bit bigger as those Aries energy are really working on like, okay, instead of doing this for 45 minutes, I'm doing this all day, right? Ten of Cups, focusing on the love and the affirmations that we already have. The Chariot, this is talking about when we're manifesting, making sure that we're manifesting for ourselves. As we had someone in here asking about like their children, which is great to do, but this is your time to also focus on you. But we're also a perfect mirror for the others in our life, right? So it's good to be thoughtful of again what others think and how they feel as long as you're putting yourself first. Okay. So during this new moon, there's going to be a lot of need for self care. Okay. So don't forget about that. Make sure that you're doing all the things that you know make you feel good. And that's different for everyone, but we know nature is going to be a big part of this new moon. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you got a little bit of like healing from other people's messages and just being a little bit maybe more mindful of where your thoughts are going. If you feel like you're aggressive right now, or there's like some intense energy, as I said, there might be a little bit more conflict. We're still in that shadow energy of the Mercury retrograde, so you can almost expect some of those relationship turbulence things to be coming up. If you feel really triggered by people, again, sometimes these new moons can feel like full moons as well. So just be mindful of creating more space for yourself. If you don't already have like a nice space in your home that you can sit in like a room with a window or something, then maybe step outside, something like that. Okay. So there you have it. Please make sure you're also following me underneath TikTok. I do want to do a live there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right after this, but I'm going to be doing that. Um, Thinking in the next hour. Okay, so if you want to hop on there, you can. Again, check out those free master classes. I have 4 spots left for the Heal Money Blocks program. I also have a card and numerology class coming up on June 11th. So please take the time to read about that through horsemanreadings.com and explore my rituals and practices playlist here as well. I also have under there a new moon ritual that you can do on your own time. And there are different ways that we can do that. So underneath our membership group, when I go to do the ritual on the 19th, you'll see that I do it differently every time. So I just listen to my intuition with those. But in general, we want to be visualizing and we want to be writing these things down. And again, it's once a month. So it's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful time. So let's celebrate all of our wins and continue to express ourselves in positive ways. Okay, guys, bye for now.